evening. Welcome back to BoomerRexTonight, your nearly daily source for news and politics. Tonight it is just Asshole and I.
We stole the show again.
Yeah. So we're just going to talk about some things real quick, and we won't be here tomorrow because of my return trip is going to interfere, and we also want to do a
deep dive on the State of the Union Thursday.
Dive on the State of the Union. So we'll have that for you on Thursday. But for tonight, where do you want to start?
I want to start at the potential that Russian security forces told the president of Ukraine that who was coming for them. I'm going to have to look into Chechen Special Forces. I want to know why it is, right? How do Russian security services feel about Chechens? Because if they got a, wet team murdered, I hope you got them all. These are the kind of people you don't want to leave one angry about this. At the same time...
They're related to the Wagner group or something?
Okay, so it's Mercs, so... Got it.
Right, it's Mercs, yeah.
And don't get me wrong,
Africa.
That's where they train. That's
right.
When we've discussed.
That's just what I read. Yeah.
They're in Africa because whenever journalists go to take pictures of the Wagner group, they're never heard from again. We've talked previously that I think part of this may well be that Russia is running into what happens when a kleptocracy has extracted everything. Right, sort of fully regulation-free capitalism run amok, and I think their mercenaries may have recruited all of their, all the people who are there just to kill and make money.
Right.
And the problem with that is, that doesn't necessarily mean they aren't also good at those things.
Sure.
Right, the fact that they don't have a higher moral drive, right, that doesn't always mean they aren't as good. So... like I said, I hope these assholes are dead as shit, but...
Me too.
But that would be the kind of thing I would be looking for, because I've heard lots of speculation about how does this end, and I obviously am hoping for something other than the murder of a city, but I don't hold out a lot of hope all the time. That'd be the first kind of thing I'd start looking at if there was going to be, oh no, Vladimir Putin... age whatever, died of natural causes in his sleep last night.
Right.
The Russian military goes into mourning and is fully withdrawing from Ukraine.
Fair.
There appears to have been some sort... maybe they attributed it to him, I don't know. But...
Right.
This is what the beginning of a military coup looks like.
Oh, yeah, and I've read reports that Ukrainian military is saying that some of the Russian... soldiers are putting holes in their tanks and stuff, so the gas runs out, that kind of thing. I don't know how true that is versus how much that's trying to get, demoralize the Russians or whatever, but if that's true, fuck it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I also noticed that the caravan has stopped, basically.
Yeah.
There's discussion of what's going on with that. Are they trying to regroup? Is there a problem? And I've heard that the Russians are having a hard time getting supplies in and all kinds of stuff. So, there's a bunch of weird stuff going on, and you kind of figured that Russia's probably been planning this for a while, right? This isn't some new thing. It's been at least 5 years that he's been talking about this.
And this is among the more simple, logistical military problems. I have to go X far, I get Y miles per gallon, I need Z number of tankers.
Right, and kind of sort of my issue here is, we've seen the videos of these tanks, stuck on the sides of roads because they ran out of gas and all kinds of stuff and being lost and this, that, and the other thing, and I'm just what are you idiots doing? What is going on?
Well, and that makes me... Right, is this a case of these are third-tier units, with third-tier generals who either sold or are so incompetent they can't plan the logistics, which seems weird, but again, a lot of my mental image, initially when I think of Russia is the Soviet Union.
Right.
So, and nobody's maintained a military like that since then.
Right.
We're the only one that vaguely tries. And even we don't. Right, that's why the quality of our airline pilots is going through the floor, because they're graduating from Embry-Riddle, not pick a service academy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they don't stay up at night thinking about, hey, right, they stop spitballing about problems of how the planes fly the day they graduate. Military kids are always going, hey, what do you do if they shoot your left wing off? Well, I mean, pee on myself, but then I guess I'm going to try this.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, there's not facilities out there anymore.
Yeah.
It's just not.
No. Well, and again, the other side of it is the military is one of the few places you get that extreme. Right, right, your fucking wingman's passed out in his plane. I can bang on his wings and kind of steer him. See if maybe he wakes up later. Like, no civilian airliner would try that. And we would fire everyone on the plane, whether they were involved or not. Just, I don't know. There might be a stupid virus on there.
Right.
You all have to go in quarantine. But no, the idea that Russian security services, and again, I have no idea if it's true or not. I certainly hope so. That would be great to know that there's some Russians on the inside of Russia going, boss, I don't like this plan. And sooner or later, it's going to get down to the fact that, right, I'm not asking you as a friend or an employer or anything. I'm asking you as the man with a gun.
Right.
And I hope it doesn't go that way, but this has to stop, and I don't want us to cripple Russia forever.
Also true.
But I don't know, right? He's, 74? I mean...
Yeah, he's not young.
So, I am worried he will do so much damage to Ukraine that it will be hard for us to forgive the Russian people in the time he has left.
That's fair.
And
I've been seeing a lot of good posts on Facebook about, like, don't attack, the local Russian restaurant. Like, those people, keep buying from them. These people are not, Russians. They moved here. They're Americans, like, whatever.
The comedian Carlos Mencia has a wonderful bit about that when he's explaining immigrants and stuff, that they have nowhere else to go. Right? They already betrayed one country to come here.
Right.
So, they already said, fuck all that noise back home. Again, a thing we've discussed, right, when it's come up when someone has said, oh, if so-and-so, whatever, I'm moving, and, like, I can't understand that.
Yeah.
Right, even in my nightmare where America becomes the Fourth Reich, I'm not leaving. I'm going to make them kill me right here.
Right.
I mean, not like right here. I plan to move around and do some stuff, but, I mean, they're Nazis, come on. I don't care, they're American Nazis. They're still absolutely as, like, karma-free as popping bubble wrap.
True.
Again, they're the kind of kids that want to babble about total... Yeah. Don't talk about total war if you don't want to play some.
Mm-hmm.
But that means all of the rules that we wrote, right? Again, it was the worst part about watching, like, the global war on terror and stuff, is frustrated people talking about, well, why are there rules in war? Because someday we would like them to end.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kill children indiscriminately, those parents will never let you have peace. Right? Peace is an impossible thing to achieve because everyone has to try together. Right? War is trivial. One human can wage a war. It's a short one, but it's like the evil version of the kid throwing starfish back into the sea. Right? Made a difference to that one, and that's the horror and the sorrow, and we were talking about that shooting at the church.
Oh, yeah.
That.
No good.
Yeah, well, and...
But again, this was a personal thing. He went in there, and he shot his children.
Yeah. No,
and then himself. Yeah.
Humans that have nothing to lose become incredibly dangerous, or feel that they have nothing to lose. And we've gotten to a place where... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Right. No, this is totally a mental health issue, right? If someone's messed up enough in the head that they're willing to kill their children...
I don't even think it's a mental health issue. I think it's basic arithmetic. Right? Right, they're not crazy. They can do math. There are ways you can get broken in the United States that no amount of working 40 hours a week will ever fix.
Right, and again, I don't know the dude's situation, but it sounds like he was an abusive shithead, and his wife left him and then got a restraining order on him, which is why he was seeing his kids at the church with somebody watching him.
Yep.
So, kind of sort of sounds like this dude made a lot of bad life decisions, and yeah, maybe it was related to money. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge, but it definitely, if for nothing else.
But again, this dude couldn't legally possess a weapon, and we saw how much effect that had on his possessing a weapon.
Oh God, yeah.
And that isn't a call for more arms control. That's a call for, right? If this dude thought he could walk away, right, make money, get a lawyer, get his kids back, or, I don't know, impress the lady and get remarried, I have no idea. Right. But I think very few humans wake up and make murder their first choice.
Right.
And again, I'm not trying to make this, like, I, again, know nothing about the story other than the horror show aspect of it.
Again, yeah. But, I mean, there's no judgment for whatever happened previously that we don't have any information on about. Yeah. The only thing I'm judging here is that sounds to me like dude was fucked up and could have used some mental help.
Yeah.
If for nothing else. That's all I'm saying.
Well, or a better, right, safe facility, or, right, most of my problem comes from, this has to, right, the only policy solutions to this involve some sort of government levers. So, yeah, I'm totally willing to, like, smack up the mental health and a bunch of this stuff. Right, but I'd still rather start with minimum wage.
Oh, agreed. No, I think that would solve a lot of problems and would help people be in a better mental state to begin with, right? Like, that's kind of step one to mental health, is feeling like you can provide for yourself and maybe your family, right? If you have one.
Yeah. I think that the inability for 40 hours of work to do that causes damage.
Oh, yeah. Aggressively.
Right, and I think any stopgap effort at that point the individual can do of, okay, well, I'll work 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week. Okay, but that comes with simple, right, time costs of, okay, but I've worked 80-hour weeks. I've worked 100-hour weeks.
Right.
Right, I've worked 96-hour shifts. The problem is, that means, right, that was time I wasn't hanging out with my cat at the time, so.
Right.
But that's time.
Oh, and that's mental health.
Yeah.
You need downtime. People need downtime.
Yep.
We can't be turned on all the time. It's excessively unhealthy. So let's move on to something a little bit lighter here. I say lighter. This is one of my. I'm joking here.
Okay. What you got?
Holier than thou book banners in Florida ought to start with the Bible, written by Frank Sarabino of the Palm Beach Post. I read this.
Yes.
God, it made me so happy. This guy just tears these idiots apart.
No, I'm not going to read the rest of his articles tonight.
Fucking finish, and it is amazing. This is weird. The link I sent you did something weird.
Huh. Obviously, it's the aliens.
Yeah, no, that's
hacking something.
To do with the advertisement that just skips to the end of the. There it is. Read more. Fine. Okay, cool. Anyway, so this dude writes, we may have to ban the Bible from Florida's public schools because there's this group out called the County Citizens Defending Freedom, and it's in Polk County, Florida. Yeah, of course we're talking about Floridians. Now, I saw a news report on this whole bullshit, today on the local news, and I was like, this is fucking stupid, right? So then I decided to look up, see what the article said, what books they're banning, that kind of thing. And, it's all books about, becoming, being sexual and, males and females and, that sort of thing. And the rest of the books are about, doing, like being gay, right, or trans, or that
But
sort of
like
stuff.
being the kind of peg that doesn't fit nicely through a square hole.
Right, and anyway, so they're trying to get these books banned under a law in Florida that states explicit and detailed verbal descriptions or narrative accounts of sexual excitement or sexual conduct that is harmful to minors is not allowed.
That's going to be the loophole they use.
Oh, yeah. So there's 16 books, and there's sex education books, which was what I was talking about, being male, being female, and learning about, sexuality. So there's sexual education books, and homosexuality, and a couple of novels, including a novel called The Kite Runner by someone named Khaled Hosseini, and I can tell you why they wanted that one banned.
Oh, yeah.
And another couple of books by Toni Morrison. These books are called Beloved and The Bluest Eye.
I've heard of one of those. I've heard of both of those.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, I never thought that they were whatever. I mean, we can look them up, but I'm pretty sure Beloved is a horror book. It kind of rings to me of didn't Steve, or not Steve,
No idea.
He like the horror novels.
I don't know when you're on my phone I'd be looking it up with normally.
Alright, Stephen King. Anyway, so Beloved sounds like something Stephen King wrote, but I don't think it is. Anyway. Anyway, so this woman who is part of this group says, we're being bullied into resetting our moral compass and our standards. Now, the funny thing is that this school system already has in place that you can block your kids from taking certain books out of the library, right?
Yep.
So there's no reason why these children of these parents should ever be able to get their hands on these particular books.
This was never about getting their kids to not read this book. They're
not taught in curriculum or anything, right? So this isn't a forced thing. They're just complaining that they're available in the libraries. Like that's their only complaint.
Yep. Some child might find solace in this book I don't like.
Right. So basically, this author who wrote this thing I'm reading from is saying that you guys want to ban some, sexually explicit books. Better start with the Bible, and he quotes the Bible and some of the more.
That's the best use of Genesis I have ever seen.
Yeah, the Old Testament and how pretty detailed it is about this, that, and the other thing, and ooh. So yeah, and these groups that are involved in this particular group and that are supporting it are people like the Anti-Gay Christian Ministry or right-wing college recruitment effort, Turning Point USA, that type of shit. Like just fucking bottom of the barrel. The author makes a note. There doesn't appear to be a lot of deep thinkers in this effort, and that just made me giggle. Like, he's snarky throughout the whole thing, and it makes me so happy. So anyway, I highly recommend you read it. One of the statements he makes, I died, is, for starters, Jesus was basically Bernie Sanders in open-toed sandals.
True.
Because part of their complaint is that they want to get rid of books that promote socialist mentality and or contain narrative accounts of sexual excitement or sexual conduct. So, and then he goes on to say that Jesus was to the left of AOC. So, take that, Bible readers. I mean, no. If you love a good laugh and you love it when people get their comeuppance with their own fucking words, go to the Palm Beach Post and look up this headline. It's holier than thou. book banners in Florida ought to start with the Bible, and it's by Frank Serabino, and he is my hero of the day. I love this guy.
Hell yeah. Nope, I liked
awesome.
the bits you read to me before the show.
Yeah, no, it's fucking brilliant. So, you know what? We'll post a link to it. It's just such a good thing. But anyway, so yeah, so that's my contribution for the evening. What else did you want to chat about while we're at it?
Oh, the sad little freedom truckers.
Oh no, what's going on with them now?
Well, one of them got to their event and appears to have maybe been outnumbered by press.
What?
Yeah, we'll see. There's another one, I guess. I don't know. A lot of this is falling apart because since it's happening at the same time as Ukraine, they're not getting any coverage. And I don't think they were going to, right, at best this was going to be hands across America, and that wasn't all that best in most places. Like, so I didn't think this was going to be the demonstration they were hoping for, and that was before the news got interesting. And one of them has been seen complaining that Ukraine's getting all the coverage as though their suffering is worse than the suffering of the people the truckers support, and that's just not true. And I don't think that deserves any kind of response. All of the words I have are rude, and I don't actually want to be rude. I was genuinely touched by Boomer's desire to have us all be better to each other.
I agree, but I agree with them. I think we need to, but I mean, I'm not as hopeful that it'll happen.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm not gonna.
I feel like I'm more realistic about probably not gonna happen, but I'm still gonna tell y'all to be nice to each other. Still gonna encourage it. Whether I think that that's going to occur or not is a totally different thing, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. You still there?
Indeed.
Oh, okay.
No, the one thing I will agree on is the organizers and grifters and people who are making money on this. Yeah, let's light them up. Right, the nitwit group we were just discussing a moment ago. One of the things I keep thinking as I watch these new names crop up is, as we catalog their descent into madness, they're losing the ability to come up with good con names, like Citizens for Growth, right? Grover Norquist's, Tax Cuts Forever group. That's actually not a bad name. That sounds like a thing that those are probably some good citizens, right? They want to grow the economy. I think we can all agree that's the goal. No one's like, hey, let's fuck up the economy. As far as some people are saying things that would do that, but no, like the naming of Citizens United, there are various front groups and naming conventions, so you sound like something else.
Right.
So, as they've descended into the corporatocracy, they've had to go with blander and blander ones, like ALEC for the alliance between corporations and whatever to burn the world down. That's getting dumber, and the group before's name was one step away from Eagle fucking something.
Right.
Right, the thing for the defense of freedom and kick-ass. And fucking okay, man, but... Don't get me wrong. Sounds like a name a group of people had to go to their barbecue, but... Not sure we're going to agree on much, other than, fuck yeah, barbecue, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I've got a lot more to say on Russia, but all of its stuff we've either covered in previous episodes or I've covered in previous conversations.
Right.
No.
No, and I'm really looking forward to our Thursday coverage of the deep dive on the nation, the address, Biden's address.
The State of the Union.
That'll be good. Huh?
The State of the Union, you mean?
Yeah, the State of the Union address. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's A lot of fun.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm gonna have to watch the Republican response. Apparently, fucking Boebert was live tweeting during it, cause god damn it. And I remember a friend of a friend, coming to the house and one day just scandalized because he had seen this picture of Michelle Obama texting during somebody's speech. It's a fucking reporter for like the New York Times. First off, you can tell because she's seated like fourth row back. The first lady, she's not sitting in the second row. I don't know what the hell you're thinking about that lady. And a reporter or like something where you're like, yeah, that's fine. So, no, just insane.
Just ridiculousness. Yeah.
Well, and she was offended because Biden was talking about we're never going to give up on vaccines in America, and a great vaccine portion.
He didn't even talk about vaccines for very little.
I know, that's the thing. You and I had already discussed a thing we thought they might jump on.
Right.
And nope. There's fucking Looney Tunes just doing her own shit over there. Okay, that's what you heard. Out of all of that speech, that's the one you decided, I'm going to say something snarky.
Right.
So, yeah. She said, I spy senators at the State of the Union that couldn't be bothered to go to the Senate floor to end federal vaccine mandates. Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm curious to see how this all shakes out, and I think letting it sit for tomorrow will be good because we'll have all the information we need by Thursday night to really break down what are the Republicans saying, what are the Democrats saying, what did Biden say, and what do we think he honestly meant by it. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I know tonight's a short one, but
yep. Sounds good to me. It'll upload faster. Tomorrow's a travel day unless really interesting news breaks, but...
Yeah, no, I mean, if something...
In the name
really
of my
crazy
cat, let's all hope not.
Yeah, if something really crazy goes on with Ukraine, we'll definitely do a show.
Yeah,
but,
something crazy goes on anywhere, but let's hope for not crazy.
Yeah, if any nukes get fired, we'll
hear me,
definitely
Internet?
do last thing before we all die, but,
Okay.
I don't see that happening, so...
You launch nukes, you may get a live stream out of me.
Well, yeah, because then it won't matter, right?
Right.
The world can see our faces.
I don't know about that shit, but I'm willing to sit the computer in a part of the Shays or one of the Shays lounges, and we can watch, see if we're one of the ones who lose first turn or second turn.
Right.
Good night, the internet. Good night, Risen. Travel safe.
Yes. And I'm looking forward to being back tomorrow in person, live and in charge again.
Fuck all that noise. I just want egg rolls. It's the only reason you don't live at the airport. Good night, the internet. Good night, Risen.